Yeah. Hey, yo. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA 4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, you ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por lo mío, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day. But you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. for the right to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. Off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it up. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by the rookie out of LSU.
We talked at the start of the game, Mike, the energy in this stadium. And now after that early turnover, it's certainly not going to help quiet this crowd. They clearly came into this game facing an uphill battle, and they've made it here even harder on themselves with that early turnover.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
So, a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there. Defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away. And incomplete.
It's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup. And right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the left side. Caught by McMillan. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good game, brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. Finding space at the 15. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, keeping his eyes downfield, knowing that pressure is coming. He's able to buy just enough time by leaving the pocket. It ultimately allows him to get that ball out right as he was getting hit.
Now a give on the ground. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To the air now on first and 10. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close.
And he's into the end zone for the score.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. start on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's into space past the 25. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. To the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Third and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll let the fullback try to push the pop. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
They'll try to run. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Raiders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This is hot down that right sideline. A big play on that one. 31 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
He'll get this out wide.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's gotten enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled 1st half continues. Now it is 1st and goal. Following the penalty, he'll run it. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Back to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Malik Neighbors for the touchdown.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point from Carty is good. And his guys are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Side of midfield.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, we've got to lay out to secure it. Not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll throw out of the gun. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he will take this one in. 78 yards. It is a touchdown. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. A tough spot here. Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Slot receiver, headed right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. So we've reached halftime here in the AFC title game. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with EA Sports. Halftime report. It's all yours, Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now, faking the give. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. The first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. They bring their tight end right. They'll go with a counter on first down, and he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. He pulls it in around the 5. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. It's fourth down. So, instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Hardy's kick is good. And his guys are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Complete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Now he takes off. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to run it. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. A troubling development here in this AFC title game. 2nd and a yard. They'll try to set up the screen here. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. Field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
They bring him down to 19, gets the 45-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
In motion, Reed. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
We're starting starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And now here comes the punt team. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Back to the left side. Caught by McMillan. Still going. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he will score. Kick Okonkwo. Touchdown, Las Vegas. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way up to the 30-yard line. The middle they go. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
They'll look to throw. Open man downfield. It is Hopkins. It's a gain there of 26 yards. One quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Sending a receiver right. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. And he steps into this one, gets off a big kick, angled for the sideline. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds onto that ball for 1 count longer. And most likely was going to result in a sack.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Great tight ends in the game to start the drive. To the ground, a 1st down run. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. He is not going to get away. Might have gotten the yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and that is incomplete. Jalen McMillan for what he was looking for there, and it's going to be 4th down. This will be returnable from his own 15. A very nice return. He takes it up past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now he'll run it. And out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Back to the ground after the penalty. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point from Carney is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He's going to keep it himself. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the 1st down. So we'll have 3rd down coming up. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll take this down to the 28-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a pickup of 12. That's enough for a 1st down. They'll run for the 1st time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain. Now the Raiders going to use the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll turn and hand this one off. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try to run with their fullback. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs, They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle here, and he's got McMillan. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Back to the air one more time. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad, as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.